Greetings everyone and welcome back to another Starship review. Today we're going to take a look at the Legendary Miranda multi-mission cruiser, which is part of the original series Captain Bundle. I have mixed feelings about this product. If you get it during the initial sale, it will set you back 6,000 Zen, which I personally think is a fair price for a premium ship and a boost, but I know not everyone agrees with that. The problem is not that I think the product is bad, but rather that I vastly prefer the Genesis bundle, which also came out relatively recently and has the superior Miranda variant, the Clark. With that out of the way, let's talk about the ship itself. The Legendary Miranda is a Temp Ops primary pilot secondary ship. The pilot seat is a Lieutenant Commander seat, so that means you can use all temporal abilities and all pilot abilities, at least at rank 1. I'm not the biggest fan of Temp Ops on cruisers, but it's thematically fitting. The pilot seating has some fun stuff on it, like reinforcement squadrons, which you know I love because it gives you more pets. The seating overall is pretty flexible, and I enjoyed tinkering with it. It has a 5-3 weapon layout and a balanced console layout with 3 tactical and 4 for science and engineering. It's never going to be a top meta ship due to the specializations, but that's okay. The game would be boring if every ship felt the same, or were just different shades of the same color. This is a laid-back kind of ship, so I built it that way. As a legendary ship, it comes with multiple consoles and traits. Let's start with the traits, specifically Evasion Specialist. This trait is, in fact, a trait. You might look at it and think, is this a pair of shoes? Well, no my friend, it's a Starship trait. Once per 15 seconds, emergency power to engines and pilot abilities gives you some shield regeneration and resistances for 5 seconds. Moving on then. The other legacy trait is Greater Than the Sum, which comes with the aforementioned Clark. Activating emergency to aux or command abilities will give you and teammates subsystem power and both a shield and whole heal, scaling with the number of allies. Thankfully, pets count as allies, so any ship with a hangar bay can get a decent proc even if you're on your own. The healing effects can scale up to 30% healing over 10 seconds, which is actually pretty good considering that it affects multiple targets. This is definitely a support trait, and while I don't think support builds are using it, the numbers are certainly impressive. The new trait, One Big Happy Fleet, is currently bugged as of the time of writing. Your first damage of combat takes the target's shields down. The duration scales off of drain expertise. This can be nice if your first target is something big and meaty, though in most circumstances in story missions, patrols, TFOs, and whatnot, that's not going to be the case. Additionally, you get 5% shield pin for energy weapons every 10 seconds, stacking up to 50% shield pin after 100 seconds. At the moment, it's giving shield pin to everything and not just energy weapons. One Big Happy Fleet is a decent trait for energy weapons. Let's have a look at the consoles. The first, Potential Energy Entangler, is mostly maneuverability focused. It gives you turn rate, accuracy, and defense as passives, and the clicky debuffs enemy damage and gives you a huge temporary speed and turn boost. The debuff dilutes over multiple targets while the buffs scale off of them. It's a very mediocre and unappealing console. The console off the Clark Genesis Seed wasn't given enough credit in my review of that ship. I recognize it as being good, but it's proven to be even better than that. It has a lot of effects, creating an anomaly that deals radiation damage over time before exploding, knocking back enemies, and dealing kinetic damage. I think it's safe to say that the Genesis Seed has earned a spot as a staple console. The hangar bay comes equipped with Class F Shuttles, previously unlocked from the Atlas. They have beam arrays, a torpedo, beam overload, and emergency power to shields to help keep themselves alive. You won't see them in many build videos, at least not from DPS players, because the torpedo interferes with concentrate firepower. But if you aren't using that ability, then these are pretty darn strong. In my experience, they're some of the stronger fighters and shuttle-sized pets in the game. And now for the ratings. In terms of performance, I give the Legendary Miranda 3 stars. There's some things to like here, but neither specialization really feels impactful. They're both thematic, but that's not what this category is about. It has a hangar bay and the 5-3 weapon layout, but it's just never going to perform as well as other ships that have a more ideal configuration. That doesn't make it a bad ship though, it's just not a busted one. In terms of accessories, it has to be 5 stars based on the Genesis Seed console. The pets are pretty good too. If you already have the Clark or the Genesis bundle, I'm not sure the extra heres are really worth picking the ship up over. In conclusion, if you love the new skin, want all the kit bash options, don't have the Clark already, and want to boost up your temporal recruit, then this might not be a bad option for you. However, the Genesis bundle is simply a better product, in my opinion, and if you already have that, it's kind of hard to justify buying this. Make of that what you will. Thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.